Welcome back to First Sound at Inside the Pylon. My name is Mark Schofield. In this edition, we're going to take a look at manipulation from the quarterback position. This is the ability of a quarterback to influence a defender or perhaps even multiple defenders with his eyesight and his field of vision. Where you typically see this come into play is when a quarterback makes a play in the vertical passing game and he's able to look off the free safety or perhaps both safeties, influencing them to one side of the field or towards one receiver, and then coming back and throwing to a receiver on the other side of the field. But while we typically see it in the vertical passing game, this can happen at all levels of the field, whether it's deep down the field or even against underneath defenders. Since this is the first time I'm going to be talking about manipulation for First Sound, I wanted to start with a little bit of a master class and take you through a play from the 2015 NFL playoffs. This is a play from the opening drive of the New England divisional game against the Kansas City Chiefs. As you can see, the Patriots have quarterback Tom Brady in the shotgun. He is alone in the backfield. They have 11 offensive personnel on the field. They have tight end Rob Gronkowski lined up as a wing to the right, and then he has two receivers to the outside, including the running back who's up here at the top of the screen. They also have slot formation down here to the left with Brandon LaFell and Danny Amendola. The Kansas City Chiefs have their 4-2-5 nickel defense in the game, and they show a single high safety look here with the safety about 20 yards deep, lined up right over the middle of the field. New England's going to run a dual concept pass and play here. Here's the offensive and defensive play art. I will take you through the offensive play art first. To the left side with the slot receivers, they'll run a smash concept. LaFell is going to run this deep corner route, and Amendola is going to run this speed out to the flat. To the right side, to the top of the screen, they'll run the tosser concept where they have slant routes coming from both the running back here and from Julian Edelman, the number 2 receiver to the trips. Gronkowski simply releases to the flat. Now looking at the defensive play art, you can see that the Chiefs run cover 1 here, a single high safety with man coverage across the board. You can see man coverage is indicated by the dotted lines here. So you have man coverage on each of the 4 sort of receivers here, as well as Gronkowski, who will release to the flat. He's going to be covered by 1 linebacker. Now what cover 1 is designed to do is to give the man coverage defenders inside help at 2 levels. We know about the free safety, who's here deep, but we also have the underneath hole defender here. His responsibility is to help the defensive backs on short in cuts, slant routes, for example. So his job is to give inside help, particularly to these 2 defenders, here and here, on any sort of quick cut, slant route break into the inside, which is exactly what Julian Edelman is going to be running. And as I said at the outset, Brady is able to complete a slant route to Julian Edelman on this play. And he's able to do that by manipulating this underneath defender. Again, his job right here is to help on inside routes such as a slant route. And if you look at his alignment pre-snap, he's to Brady's left. He's lined up over the guard, over the left guard right here. So if you're going to get this guy to move to his right, to Brady's left, Brady's going to have to convince him that there's either a slant route coming that way, or he's going to have to convince him of a threat of a quick out route. He's going to have to get him to move away from his responsibility, because that linebacker's sole job on this play is to help on an inside slant. And how does Brady accomplish that? He accomplishes it by manipulation. He's going to sell that linebacker on a route to Amendola. As you can see, he's going to open to his left and move the linebacker by looking over to Amendola. Once he does that, we'll see this linebacker bail over here, which opens up a perfect throwing lane to Edelman coming across on the slant route. And we'll run through this sort of in half speed so you get a good look at it. There's a snap, looks to the left, linebacker bails, perfect throwing lane. You can't manipulate a defender any better than that. Having taken a look at the masterclass, let's look for a moment at quarterback Vad Lee. Vad Lee is a senior from James Madison in the FCS, the Continental Athletic Association. He is an intriguing prospect at the quarterback position, having been recruited to run the triple option, but now runs sort of a spread scheme for the Dukes. He's a talented passer as well as a very athletic quarterback. We're taking a look at his play, one of his plays against SMU, which was a fantastic come-from-behind victory for the Dukes on the road. And what we have here is a 2nd and 10 situation. Lee's in the shotgun with 11 offensive personnel on the field. They're lined up in a wing trio to the left. You see the tight end in that wing formation over to the left here with 2 receivers to the outside and a single receiver split to the right. SMU has a 4-2-5 nickel defense in the game, and they show cover 6 before the snap. You see the press corner here, and then the other 3 defensive backs look to be lined up in perhaps a cover 6 alignment. And then safety cheats down into here, the safety slash nickelback cheats down. He's angled towards the line of scrimmage. He's split between the wing tight end and the number 2 receiver in that trio formation. And right before the snap, as you can see, he cheats down now onto the line of scrimmage into a blitz alignment. And now the defenders up to the top of the screen, they've rotated as well. So this doesn't look to be zone coverage anymore. It looks to be some sort of blitz scheme. And that's exactly what we're going to get. Similar to the previous play, we're going to get some sort of cover 1 blitz look where we have man coverage as indicated here. We get both the linebacker here blitzing as well as the player that rotated down towards the line of scrimmage. And this backside defensive end, he's going to now pick up the tight end in man coverage. And again, similar to the previous play, we have inside help both deep with the free safety and this defender here. We also have the offensive play arc drawn up, and it's a simple swing screen to the tailback. It's a 1-read play. Lee's going to take the snap and swing it out to that running back, but there's a manipulation element here which is very impressive. First, let's watch Lee. Takes the snap, flashes his head up the field, and then swings the ball out. Well executed throw, placed very well. But let's look at what that little glance did to the defense, particularly that underneath defender. Remember, this linebacker here, he's that underneath hole defender. He's going to try to help against any route break into the inside, particularly a slant. From this formation, he might be thinking backside slant. That receiver that's split down here might be running a slant route. That's what he's afraid of. So when Lee takes the snap and flashes his helmet, watch him right there. Hops back 2 steps. Now, he's now behind the play. And with 3 blockers set to block those 3 defenders, our hero, this linebacker, is the best chance to prevent the big play here, or at least hold this to a minimal gain. But because of that quick look from Lee, forcing him back a couple of steps, that linebacker is now behind the play. So when he tries to track it down, he's again behind the play, can't make the tackle. Manipulation at the quarterback position, it comes in many ways, many shapes, many sizes, many different looks. Sometimes it adds up to a huge play. As we've seen on these 2 plays, it just adds up to a first down for the offense. But the goal of an offense on any offensive possession is to move the chains, perhaps just establish good field position, but ultimately get the ball into the end zone. And you need those 10-yard gains, those 13-yard gains, because those add up and keep an offense on the field and the chains moving. And when a quarterback can manipulate defenders, such as we've seen on these 2 plays, it allows an offense to accomplish those goals. On the first play from Tom Brady, we saw Brady able to influence a linebacker well out of position, get him to move away from what he was responsible for doing, and open up a huge throw and land in Julian Edelman. Here, that quick look from Vad Lee told that linebacker, wait, maybe that slant route is coming. The linebacker takes a few steps back, and that's enough to give that running back room, so when that linebacker tries to track that play down from behind, he's again a few steps behind, a few steps late, and it turns that what could have been a 2nd and 3 or 3rd and 3 situation, and only a 7-yard gain into a 13-yard gain on a fresh set of downs for the offense. Lee is a raw talent at the quarterback position, but he's an experienced quarterback in this system, and his ability to master the finer points, like manipulating defenders as we've seen here, is perhaps evidence of his ability to develop at the next level in the NFL. Thank you for watching this edition of First Sound at Inside the Pylon. My name is Mark Schofield, and I'd like to invite you to check out InsideThePylon.com for more articles and insights such as what you watched today. You can also check out our glossary series, which is a growing list of football terms and terminology, complete with definitions and, in most cases, diagrams and videos. Thank you again.